Hey, Lance Russell and Dave Brown are right along ringside. We're about ready to go with another big week, championship wrestling. Davey, what's the old sheet say?
Opening match today, David McGee will be in here to go against beautiful Bobby Eaton in the opening match. Then we're going to have Tony Boyles against Wildfire, Tommy Rich. It'll be Danny Davis and the Angel teamed against Ken Lucas and Rick Morton in a tag team match. We'll have Tom Maley against Coco Ware. David Oswald goes against the Welshman, Tony Charles.
Yeah.
And then a big six-man tag team match. Dr. Bill Irwin, Gypsy Joe, Jimmy Kent going against Robert Gibson, Tojo Yamamoto, and Carl Fergie. Should be quite
I
a
think that won't be a flat knockout type of a bout right there. We're looking forward to it and all the other action that we got coming up. We got the Mid-America Heavyweight Champ, Bobby Eaton, who will be opening it up here, and that's going to be an outstanding single. And Tommy Rich, the AWA Southern Heavyweight Champ. Got a lot of champions in here, but no championship action coming up today. We got plenty of that action, though, and we'll be back and ready to go with it in that opening bout in just one moment. Yeah, by golly, we're back, and Mike Maroney is ready to go in that opening bout against Bobby Eaton, but son of a gun, Dave, we're still missing one of the participants in there. And I'm certain that he'll be along with, Jimmy Hart. Hart packed his relatives into the studio here today. Must have. Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Okay, Davey, let's get it ready for the official announcement.
It'll be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing first from Memphis, Tennessee, 233 pounds on the right of your screen there, Mike Maroney. And going against him, the 227 pounds from Huntsville, Alabama, the Mid-American champion with his manager, Jimmy Hart, beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Yeah, off come the robes. You see that Hart has that crown placed on the head of Bobby Eaton in there as he calls him the new king. Also note that on his wrestling attire, he's had some crowns put on it. They don't want to miss an opportunity to let everybody know about it. We're about ready for the opening bout. Mike Maroney facing the Mid-America Heavyweight champion, Bobby Eaton, in the opener non-title bout. Bell time. We're off and running.
Referee Jerry Calhoun is watching as the action gets underway. Bobby Eaton, Huntsville, Alabama. Mike Maroney, Memphis, Tennessee. Eaton round behind him. Drives the forearm into the back of his neck. Maroney bounces off the ropes. Tried to throw a right forearm himself, but Eaton capitalizes on the situation. Eaton, that was no forearm he used then. Maroney's got him tied up back on the rope. But not for long. Eaton off the rope, upper part of the arm. Backs Maroney into the rope, whips him across the ring. And the upper arm as he came off of there. Bobby Eaton. Eaton firing that right hand. Mike Maroney, on his feet. Eaton, point of the fingers. He jabbed him in the throat. Took care first to make sure that the referee did not have a good line of sight of what he was doing. Maroney on the mat now. Eaton, allegedly with a face lock, but he was wrapping that right hand around in a choke position. Referee made him break the hold quickly. Bobby Eaton caught Maroney with the bottom of the foot, the side of the face. Up in the air, Mike Maroney, body slam by Bobby Eaton. There's Maroney. Eaton flying across the ring. There's cover by Bobby Eaton. Count of one does not go for more than a one count. Pick that shoulder up. Maroney hooks him down, small package, one. Count of one is all he gets before Eaton's able to break out of it. Eaton had a possible 3 count on Mike Maroney. But he broke the cover at the count of 1. Almost backfired as Maroney got that small package. And Eaton had to work to break out of it. Maroney. Up on 1 foot, 1 knee. Bobby Eaton hanging onto the hold. Pulling it tight. Maroney back down on the mat. We're 3 minutes into the action. 3 minutes gone in a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Eaton trying to strike out his opponent there. He's got the face lock. Telling the referee to ask if he wanted to give it up because he could hear his neck popping. Maroney, headlock. Suplex by Bobby Eaton. Eaton across the ring. Lower leg. 1, 2. Down at 2, he picks up that right shoulder. Eaton again with a possible 3 count, a possible pin, but he breaks the cover before the count of 3. 3 minutes, 50 seconds gone. 3:50 gone in the match. Mike Maroney has had a couple of moments in the match, but most of the way it has been Bobby Eaton in control. Eaton, the NWA Mid-American Champion. This is a non-title match. Maroney fighting his way out of the corner. Eaton backs across the ring into the corner. Don't go in there too quick, Mike. He goes in there, though. Firing the right forearm. Whips Eaton into the turnbuckle. Goes after him, and Eaton drops into the mat. Double knee lift. Up in the air, Maroney. He's body slammed. Bobby Eaton going for the turnbuckle. Middle rope. Here he comes. With a smash. 1, 2. It's all over. 4 minutes, 55 seconds of action. 4:55. Eaton passed up a couple of opportunities to perhaps win it earlier in the match, but that time he hung on. Count of 3. And it's all over. Mike Maroney still up there in the middle of the ring. He was caught by the smash as Eaton came off the middle turnbuckle over in that corner. So, 4:55 the time on it. The official winner of the match, Bobby Eaton.
We're going to be back to Wave Country Championship Wrestling in just a moment. Hey, before we get into the Gardens on Tuesday night, let me remind you folks around Campbellsburg, Indiana, Thursday, October the 30th. That's the big one. Championship names. Listen here. Bill Superstar Dundee, Handsome Jimmy Valiant, Jerry the King Lawler, Tommy Wildfire Rich, Dr. Bill Irwin, Jimmy Hart, Magnificent Zulu, Billy Robinson, all in Campbellsburg, Thursday, October the 30th. You folks around Princeton, Indiana, November the 13th. More about that later on. Now, let me get down to the action coming up in the Louisville Gardens Tuesday night. Such a card. We'll be telling you a little bit later about the entire card. Magnificent Zulu standing right here with us. That tremendous boy. That is a big man. No question about it. Undefeated since coming into the area, but never before has he faced a challenge like the one that he'll face Tuesday night with Bill Superstar Dundee. He's been up against those big guys before.
That'll be a shooting star when that Zulu gets through.
Okay, we'll see. That's what it's all about Tuesday night. Southern Heavyweight title match. Tommy Wildfire Rich with Jimmy Hart right at ringside is going to be going against Austin Idol, the Universal Heartthrob, who's in shape now. I talked to him on the phone. He's over the back.
He claims he was hurt. He had the case of the scares of Tommy Rich is what it was. He didn't want no part of me. You know, they called and said he'd hurt his neck, a vertebra in his back or something. What it was, he didn't have the guts to come and wrestle me. You know, I whipped him in Atlanta, Georgia, just like a dog, Lance. He claimed he beat me and hurt my leg. Well, that's all a bunch of bull. Right there in Louisville, Kentucky. He'll be there this week. They made him put some money and stuff up. So I know for a fact he'll be here, and I can't wait. Because just like I said, Lance, it goes way back. The man is jealous of Tommy Rich. The hottest box office attraction in the country today, the prettiest hair. I've got it all, Lance. And I'm going to have my Southern Heavyweight title when I walk out. Idol's coming out to the thing it means the most to me. Idol when it's over. Right there in Louisville, I'm going to beat you to death, brother.
Okay, Davey, we're about ready to go. Second bout in here, young Tony Boyles. And it's always a thrill to watch Tony go in there. He's a young fellow who has really come along well. in the months that he's been wrestling. But, boy, does he have some work cut out for him today.
First of all, I don't need none of these jerks that's sitting out here clapping for me, brother. That big fat slob right there, I don't need none of them. They see me with a Southern heavyweight title, so they want to sit out here and get a free ride. Well, Jack, you better find somebody else to holler for, because I don't need no